I'll make it short. I won't go on too long, but I want to drop a couple things because I'm sure other people have this similar perspective that I do. When it comes to the NPCs, I think there's different types of NPCs. And like I said, one of the last streams, I believe you can become an NPC even if you were an original person that had a soul, quote unquote, a real person. You can slowly turn into a NPC if you're conditioned enough by the system and its programming. So basically, there's the NPCs that have souls, but they're just so deep in the programming that you might as well call them an NPC because they're not thinking for themselves. But they still do have some type of connection to themselves. You know, we can pull them back from that programming, or they can pull themselves back from that programming. So there's those types of NPCs. There's also the NPCs, which are the backdrop type NPCs, I'd say. And I think the problem is sometimes people might be against the whole idea of NPCs because it sounds too ridiculous to say that some people go so extreme with it. They say, "Oh, everyone else out, not everyone, but a lot of people outside of you are just the backdrop." And I believe there is backdrop, but we also need to differentiate between the NPCs that were once conscious and the NPCs that were never conscious. Because there are the NPCs I do believe that are just backdrop. Sometimes people walking down the street, but they don't have a family. You know, they might have some fake identity or whatever. You could talk to them for a little bit. They turn around the corner and then they're gone. You're like, where the hell did that person go? Were they even a real person? I've had situations where I've talked to homeless people and then I went inside to get something for them, and all of a sudden they disappeared. I'm like, was the universe testing me or something? And that wasn't even a real person, and like no one else even saw me talking to this person. So there are NPCs, there are backdrop, but there also are people that would quote unquote be called NPCs, but we need to differentiate because they're not the backdrop NPCs. They're real people still, and we don't want to disregard them because they can come back from the programming. And I'll leave it at that.